Hi, everybody. It's Lucy from Charles Lake Apothecary. Hope you're doing well this morning. Um, I'm here at the lake, here to do some quick two-card readings for you if you're interested. Um, so my son Colin and Karina, his wife, have helped me um, set up this lovely little room that we haven't quite named yet. Everything in our lake house is named something. But this is my little treatment room for the moment until we figure out a more esoteric calling for it. And in here, we'll do some tarot readings, some coaching. We have Bach remedies to make. Um, you can see essential oils, homeopathic treatments, so a whole bunch of different um, modalities, but all energy seeking modalities, right? So everything that I do is from an energy perspective, not energy seeking per se, but um, where I would use your energy to um, help you heal. So it's your energy, even with tarot, right? It's your energy that I'm using in the cards. The cards come to me because it's the energy I receive from you, even though you may be in some other part of the country or the world. And it's the same for homeopathic medicine and Bach essences, same thing. We're all dealing with managing our bodies, spirit, and our mind, and to health, right? So, hi Pam, how are you? So yeah, so this little room was created so I have a little bit of a space, um, for sure, Pam. A little bit of space to greet clients, and I also have one outside that will be finished in the spring, and that's already named the Fairy Lighthouse. So that's great. So we're all set. Good. I'm glad, Pam, that you're doing well. Nice to see you here every week. Yeah. So I just did some a course last week called Cell Memory Release, and just going through the rest of the certification process to be able to offer that. And I'm really more of offering services in not necessarily just one at a time, but a combination of whatever works for you when you come to visit or when we meet online, whatever works for you. So always looking if you have a sense of what you're looking for or what you'd like to use. But tarot's a really good segue into healing, right? Because it's not fortune telling per se, or I don't use it as fortune telling. I really use it as what do you need to know maybe to move forward or, to have some more clarity. So, Pam, these are your two cards. You have the Seven of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Now, it's like you're in the dark here, right? Like you have all these choices of things you can do and things you love, but you don't know where to start. And it seems like with me and this King of Pentacles, it's like that final destination in the Pentacles in the sense that the King is the one that knows. There's a deep understanding and a grounding of what kind of work you want to do. Even though you may be at that stage where you're kind of going, maybe you want to pivot, maybe you want to change things up and you're not sure what to add or which direction to go. But if you tune into this energy of the King of Pentacles, he's kind of the leader of the business or the career or side hustle if you want. um and so there is a deep knowing with him that he knows exactly where he's going, exactly what he wants, what actually intrigues him, where he wants to make his money, where he wants to put his heart and soul in the business wise, right? So this tells me that this tells me that you have some choices, obviously, but you're sitting here confused. And I really find when you're in this kind of situation where you might have too many choices and don't know which direction to go, is to just choose one and move forward with it. And soon enough, you'll know if that's the one. So there's no wrong decision. I just think sometimes in order to get ourselves kind of like moving out of that space, that we just need to make a forward decision and choose. I hope that resonates with you today, Pam. Let me know if it does. Um, yeah, and I love the King of Pentacles. Seriously, I don't like this transition card. It's a little harder to handle, like not sure which way to go, right? But this one is really well grounded and rooted, and there's really clear definition as to how I want to see it. Oh, great! Thanks, Pam, for that feedback. Um, so good luck with that. Hopefully, you'll find exactly, but trust yourself, exactly what you're looking for, but trust yourself as well. All right. So, anybody else is interested, let me know. And we'll continue to shuffle. And what else is going on? So I'm in the middle of doing some tarot classes right now. I have an online class going on Monday evenings if you're interested in joining. And I also am doing at used to be Heather and Crow and Brothel, but it's now gone to the Crow's Nest. I'm doing that on Friday night tarot readings. I'm actually going to have some advanced classes going to be posted pretty soon for the end of, or for March and April. Just one class each, just expanding on your knowledge. Of course, the tarot classes that I've taught so far are very basic foundation. Tarot is like massive and huge and lots and lots and lots to learn. So I'm going to just keep adding more information so we get a little bit more of a bigger picture of tarot and what it can offer you in regards to your healing process. So that's really cool. Also, so the Crow's Nest is changing to holistic services as well as the store. So make sure you come by and see Joey at the store. And I think our grand opening is March 8th. And I'm talking off the top of my head, but it's International Women's Day. And we'll be having, yeah, a Meet the Practitioners. There'll be a few of us joining Joey in this endeavor. We're all very excited to offer Brockville and the surrounding areas services that maybe you've not seen so far. So we all have our own specialties, and obviously we overlap because we're all doing energy work as well. So you can meet us there one-on-one. I also obviously offer through Charles Link Apothecary here, Zoom meetings or coming personally to to the lake. Sorry, I have Stogie that's all I can see is his little arms underneath the door trying to get in. You can even maybe hear him. What a funny cat. And if I let him in here, you know what he does? He just eats my little light bulbs on the fairy lights. And so it's like, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, so we'll hear him trying to get in here desperately, but eventually he'll hopefully give up at some point. Yeah, what else is offering? So again, the store offers a lot of crystals for the 8 chakra or 7 chakras. I have the 8th stone, so we have a double stone for the heart chakra because I think we all need to start working from our heart. And we offer there's all kinds of books, and there's decks, tarot decks. There's homeopathy. There's Bach remedies, essential oils. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think of everything that I have offer. Sage and Palo Santo and you name it. Just a basic offerings of tools that can help you out. This just kind of gets the new teachings going for somebody that is just starting to learn more about spirituality and tarot, and how to have a spiritual practice with them personally, and maybe even open a business. I mean, whatever works for you. So in my life coaching, I do teach how to help you along in your startup business if you're interested in that. Also some personal growth and spiritual growth. So It's not called counseling for a reason. The coaching that I offer is always inspirational or empowering for you to move forward. Um, Counseling is really important. If you're feeling like you need some help, please reach out to a psychotherapist, a social worker, or your doctor. There's a lot of mental health issues going on right now, especially with us coming out of COVID and trying to get our lives back on track. And we had lots before that too. So um, lots of people out there to help. So if that happens to be you, please reach out to someone and chat. I'm also part of an endeavor with a young lady in Barrie, Ontario called Laurie Williams. The endeavor is called Untherapy. So it's a place to go after you feel like you've finished your therapy, but want more encouragement or support or direction or clarity and moving forward out of that therapy stage. And so if you want to look at Laurie Williams' channel or Facebook page, there's a good description there as well, which reminds me I should probably put it on my website as well. But it's five of us that are offering mental health untherapy sessions to get you moving in the right direction. You've done the work, you've gone back into your past, you've figured out what's been bothering you or what's at the root. And this is just therapy that, or untherapy, coaching sessions, I call them, to move you forward. And there's five of us, and we all offer something different. I like to go from the point of you're done your therapy, I'm happy to help you really, leap forward like the Fool in the tarot card. Um, Otherwise, the other ladies do offer a variety of services as well, and please feel free to look it up. So, Laurie Laurie Williams, her Facebook page is here, and Untherapy is also on her page, and with a description, you'll also find it on Charleston Lake Apothecary page. So feel free to browse. If you have any questions, just reach out to any one of us. And as you all know, I'm headed out to Nova Scotia in going to be there from May, June, July, potentially August, and catching up to where the pandemic left me. So for years I've wanted to look at possibly retiring in Nova Scotia. So here we are, not looking to retire, but I want to go back and have a look at Nova Scotia. It's a great energy, and we're all looking for changes, right? So don't be too hard on yourself, and go for it. I mean, the last 3 years has left us pretty much. It's left me. I'll talk for myself in one spot, and looking forward to getting back into life and getting back to the normal. So. So do that for yourself. If you're feeling a little stuck, please reach out, talk to somebody, or make a move, like make a decision to move forward. Hi, Lisa. How are you? If you're looking forward for a 2-card reading, just let me know in the comment section. I don't want to pull cards for you unless you're really interested in having cards. I'm just chatting away here, see who else is going to come. It's interesting sometimes when I get off, everybody shows up. While I'm there, not so much. And so here I am. Not a really big, okay, great, thanks. Not such a big chatter that I am, but here I am. I'm starting to do really well at just putting in a bit of time till everybody gets here. So Lisa, your 2 cards, my deck's upside down, is the Hermit and the Chariot. Hi, Louise. If you'd like cards, just let me know. Hi, Judy. So, Lisa, I'm just going to write some names down before I forget the order it comes in. Lisa, Louise, Judy. Okay. So, Lisa, not to be interrupted by, here's your reading. So, the Hermit is going within. It's like all the experience, education, all the work that you've done on yourself. It's like going inside and looking for your answers. And this little lantern here is going to shine the light on the path that you have going forward. But it actually feels, though, Lisa, that you might be a little stuck. I mean, this Chariot card is really a card of travel, But you can see these two Sphinx are kind of sitting on the ground. So I'm wondering if you're in this little bit of a transformation or a little bit of an indecisive stage as to which way to go. So this is about looking within, like finding the answers in your soul or your heart, and finding out from there, from within yourself. You don't need to ask other people on the outside, but ask yourself, which direction do you want to go? Because here's the choice, all right? Here or there. And it's like you're feeling, I think what the feeling is that you're kind of stuck in here, not knowing which way to go. And we all have the answer. So we have to tune into ourselves, which is why the hermit is here. That's a card of wisdom. And the best choice to make is always the one that follows your heart. Exactly what your soul wants to do. And it's usually the scariest one of them all. That's a hint, hint. So yeah, when we start to say, "Oh, I can't do that because I'm scared," chances are it is the one to choose, just because the thing that we want the most also scares us the most. So I hope that resonates with you, Lisa. Hi, Louise. And we'll draw you two cards as well. Louise, what part of the world are you from? Okay. I think I messed my deck up last night when I was doing the classes. I probably put them back the wrong way. So you have the Seven of Pentacles, Louise, and the Strength card. Both these cards are kind of one and the same, right? There's this Seven of Pentacles is like he's growing this crop, and it's like just because you plant the seeds today doesn't mean it's going to materialize tomorrow where you could actually pick the fruit. And so here's a card of patience, right? It's like waiting. You have to wait. And while you're waiting, it requires this strength, right? To sit in or meditate or be in this place of peace where you know that the universe has your back. Hi, Rashna. The universe has your back. And that what you've planted, and whether you planted these seeds, whether it is actually fruit or some a business idea or manifesting something, doesn't always come in the timing that we want. It doesn't come like we want it now, but it doesn't come that way, right? It's one of my hardest lessons, is that sometimes it's just timing, and the universe will give it to you when the timing's right. And so the waiting is sometimes very hard. And so this Strength card is like, just know the universe has your back. This will come to fruition. Whatever you're looking forward to manifesting or you're wanting it now, it will come. But in the meantime, you're needing to learn patience and have that fortitude and strength to just hold until it materializes in the way that you want it to. The other thing with this, hi Suzanne, is also to make sure that you're very clear in your manifestation as to what you're looking for, right? So sometimes we plant, I'll give you an example. I planted a tower garden. I got all kinds of greens on there, like microgreens, herbs and lettuce. And if somebody was to say, what kind of lettuce is that? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I just know it's lettuce. It's going in my bowl. But that's what I mean. It's not specific enough. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter what lettuce it is. Lettuce is lettuce. But in this particular case, make sure you're very clear what you're looking for and what you're waiting for. Sometimes the universe has to make decisions, and if you're not clear enough, then the decisions, it takes time, but it's also going to take a lot of courage and strength to wait and be patient. So I hope that makes sense to you, Louise. All right, next we're on to Judy, and Rashna is after. And then Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne. Nice to see you again. So this is going to be Judy's two cards. Let me know what part of the world everybody's in so I can, not that I might remember but next week, but hey, it's nice to know where where you're joining me from. You're welcome, Judy. So 2 major arcanas, Judy. You've got the Empress that came out first. Oh, you're in Lynn. Oh, I lived in Lynn. Just moved to Athens. All right. So the Empress and then the Moon. Hi, Lori. So the Empress is a card of creation. It's like, I always want to say it's like a birthing, like an incubator, right? You can birth anything. I mean, the Empress is kind of considered the mother figure in the tarot, but I take it a little bit further, and I would say most readers would, that this is a card of creating something. But when you create something, sometimes we hang on to it because we don't want to put it out there because we're scared. We're scared of not being good enough, being judged, thinking we can't do this. So there's always this element of fear stopping us from, we've created, but sometimes it sits in our back pocket for a long time, right? Or it doesn't get off the shelf, or we don't sell the product or whatever. And because all these fears come in the way and it stops you. And so it's like, don't listen to that little voice. Just do it. Do it. Because then you're going to, appreciate the fact that you don't wait weeks or months to do it. You're just going to go out there, take that leap of faith and get it out. So I hope this makes sense to you, Judy. Perfect. Resonates. Louise, you're from England. That's awesome. So Lori, are you looking for a couple of cards as well? Just let me know. These 2 cards coming up right now are going to be for Rashna. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Not butchering it too much. South Africa. Wow. Well, I'd like to, okay, Lori, I'll put you down on my list. We're at -40 today, Rashna, here in Ontario, Canada. I'd like to think it's probably not -40 where you are. You're quite welcome, Judy. Perfect, I'm glad. Okay, so Rashna, your 2 cards are another 2 major arcanas. You've got the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune. It's very cold. It's probably the coldest we've had so far. You're in summer. Yeah, we wish. So the Justice card came out first. And the Justice card could be like fairness and balance. You'll see the balance scales right here, right? And the sword is pointed to the heavens. And it's like the decision you need to make. Sometimes you don't feel like there's a choice. It's just like you see these 2 pillars are kind of the same, right? But it's actually this particular decision or whatever's going on here that requires some kind of decision factor or some balance will set this wheel in motion. So it's like the decision has a really higher purpose, right? It's like once you made that decision, you can actually see your life moving forward and always for the highest good of yourself, right? So it's like whatever's going on here, I mean, it could be a legal situation, but it's really talking about fairness and balance and looking at ourselves and saying, what do we want? And making the decision to choose our peace and serenity, what's best for us, make that choice. And then this wheel turns and it offers you, like, it's almost like a different cycle starts to come up, and then it offers you all these beautiful things. And let's face it, life's about ups and downs. It's not always going to be rosy, right? There'll be some challenges, but if you make the decision that's best for you, that provides you this balance in life and this fairness to yourself, you'll find that the wheel moves in your favor for your highest good, and whatever that might be. So I hope that makes sense for you, Rachna. Good. I'm glad it makes sense. That's awesome. Always choose self first. Always from a loving place, right? All right. So next we're going to do Suzanne. Suzanne, nice to see you here again today. And then it'll be Lori. You're quite welcome, Rachna. So Suzanne, I'm going to fix my cards. All right. You got the Ace of Wands that came first. and then the Three of Pentacles. So the Ace of Wands is about this new creation or honesty. So that it can be one of two different ways. So I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the Three of Pentacles. So this is really about being honest with ourselves, having the integrity, being truthful, and also about it's one or the other. I have to think about. I'm gonna just have to get a little bit more tuned into what's going on with you. It's like something new is coming in. You know, this is a new thought, new communication, new direction, but it has to be also something that you feel uh, like it's you. You know, it's like there's this new thought coming in, or you're going to create something new or a new dialogue, but it has to be authentically about you in order for it to feel like it's something that you want to take on. And it's interesting because with this Three of Pentacles, it feels like other people are involved here. So what happens when you're in this little group of people sometimes is there's tends to be a bit of an influence. One person tends to be more influential than another. And so I think with this it's like be your true self, be honest, create what you feel is good for you by joining in with others. But this triad or even a group of 10 people, it doesn't really matter, but a group of people will also you need to maintain your own truth when you're working with other people because it's easier to be influenced. I hope that makes sense to you. So this is about maintaining your own truth and integrity, speaking your mind, in this group of or collaboration of people or business, or even family. Oh, Suzanne, so you're thinking about reopening a restaurant so there's more people involved? That's Suzanne. Next we're going to do is Lori. Okay, so you have more than one person you're working with. So it's always about speaking your truth, Suzanne, making sure you're heard, right? And then, of course, there's all kinds of ideas coming up, and those are great too. So I think you have a combination of those two things going on, which is probably what I was feeling. Is it's not just one thing. It's like hold your own truth, be honest with yourself and everybody else, but also there's all this creation that's happening. When you start something new like that or reopen, it's like some new ideas, right? Awesome. That sounds very exciting. Okay, Lori, this is for you. And all the cards are flying, which I won't take them just because they're flying everywhere. Too many. Lori and I did a class last week about cell memory release, which we'll be offering to our clients, which is really awesome. Ladies, if anybody has a small business, feel free to put your website on here so other people can reach out for you. Spiritual Shop and Bakery. That's totally amazing, Suzanne. Now, Suzanne, what part of the world are you in? Just remind me again. I know you've told me before. If you're close by, I'd be more than happy to help out and join your endeavors somehow. So, Lori, oh, that's right, Sealy's Bay. We need to talk. Let's connect, Suzanne. Really interested. Okay, so Lori, not to digress here, Lori, you've got the Six of Pentacles in the Knight of Wands. So the Six of Pentacles is this reciprocal, I can never say the word, reciprocity, where what energy you give out, this should be an even exchange of energy, right? And so what we're looking at here is if you're making a really quick decision, just make sure that the energy that you've got coming in and out for that decision is balanced for you, so that it's sometimes like we're always giving but never not getting enough back to fill our own bucket up again. And this is a card of I'm racing in to help other people, but don't forget to help yourself first, right? Because helping ourselves first allows us to help more people. And this rushing is a really, really, really fast energy. It's like just slow it down a little bit so you can stay in balance. Hope that makes sense for you, Lori. Yeah. All right. Asma will be my last one because I will be signing off. And Asma, I don't answer questions, but I will pull 2 cards for you, and you can apply them to your situation. This is really not fortune telling here. I know I'm using tarots, but the tarot I use for healing purposes and to help people to empower or inspire them to make the decision that's right for them, not to allow other people to make it for them. So Asma, these are your 2 cards, and you could decide yourself what they mean for you. So you have this really fast communication, and then you have a card of disappointment with the 3 of Swords. So this is really about not necessarily, oh, perfect, Lori. That's exactly what it means. Exactly. Yes, taking care of you first. So, Asma, this 3 of Swords and 8 of Wands, you're going to have some quick communication coming in. It may not be exactly what you're looking for. You know, sometimes we have in our mind what the answer is. It should be a yes or no, but sometimes it's a yes with a caveat of um, other things that would then throw it back at you to make a decision. You know, it's something like, I'll give you an example. It's like somebody does offer you a job. I'll just take my own situation. They offer me a job, but they didn't give me the salary I wanted. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed. I got the job, but I'm disappointed in the details of the job. That kind of scenario. So just kind of keep that um, at the front of your mind, as in, uh, even though we say yes to things and it's coming at us, it's like, what's the bigger picture? Is everything that you want in that offer? And if not, negotiate, right? So it's not really, and this is about anything in life, right? Like we think we have this really clear cut picture of what we're looking for, but it doesn't come because we're not so clear. It doesn't come the way we think we wanted it to come because we weren't so clear on how we manifested it. And that's what this is basically saying. Were you clear enough in your manifestations to actually ask for the job with all the details and all the benefits that you wanted? Or are you just taking the job because it's, you know, it's I don't know. I just go throw it out there. PSW making $100 an hour, that kind of thing. And was that all that, but was that all there was? And that's what you got, you know, that was the job that you applied for? But in the fine print is other things um, that you may not like working 24/7, like being on call or having to travel, you know, an hour and a half to go to work, whatever the situation may be. So when you look at that, the communication will come in, but just keep in mind that it may not be 100% what you're looking for. All right, ladies, that's it for today. Thank you so much for showing up. I'll be back here next week on Saturday at 10 a.m. Have a great Saturday. Bye.